The big piggy boys. Those are the piggy boys. Huh? Oh yeah? Well, it's Thursday. It's exactly a week since I moved my farm. And not this farm, this is my dad's place. And this is where the boy pigs are for the moment. And these guys are the future of my pig breed. They are actually purebred Berkshire pigs. They have a pretty sweet disposition and they're got interesting markings. So, but what I'm working on is the Sunday message. It's Thursday, but I'm going to Albany, and so I got to do all my chores and I got to get ready, and somehow I have to find the time. And this is my deadline. I have to find the time to do the Sunday message because everything I do is pulled together by each week finding some thought, some idea, some learning, some useful insight, some reflection on spirituality and the human condition and the fact that into each life some rain must fall, right? So there are things that can just totally knock you back and knock you out, and there are things that are just setbacks. There are things that are challenges. And last week it was clear I had to move my farm, but I'm filled with gratitude for that nudge from Spirit, right? Spirit saying, hey, you know what? This place isn't going to work. The dogs are not working here, but there is another place where they can work. And I really enjoy Corey's mom, Ann, and I really enjoy Corey. And there are some people in the world you meet and you just know, oh, yeah, I get these people and they get me. And I'm so excited about being there. I can't explain it. So I want to hopefully today while I do my chores, just take you on a quick tour and talk about change. So the Sunday message is beginning. I guess this is the Sunday message. It's on Thursday, but it's a once a week thing. And it's just, I've made a commitment to do it every single week, even when I don't feel like it, even when I don't quote unquote have time, because the important things in life must come first. And for me, everything else supports the Sunday message and the ability to use my music, to use this quest for spirit that I've been on since I was a little kid, to reach out to people in a way that works for them, to give you some kind of spiritual nurturance and sustenance. You might not be a churchgoer. You might not be someone who considers yourself a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist or any particular religion, but you know when you look up at the night sky, oh my God, this is amazing. We are living in a miracle. The very fact that the earth is just the right distance away from the sun to create life. To me, that is God in action, right? I don't need a virgin birth, and I don't even need a resurrection, and I don't need an only begotten son. For me, the message of Christ, of Jesus, is that God is love. And that works for me. That's all I need. Like, if you need all the other stuff or you want all the other stuff, that's great. That's fine. But for me, it's watching things grow. Watching an animal being born. Watching plants nourish and just build the soil, and the millions of gazillions of things that live in the soil that make the plants healthy, and the plants making the soil healthy, and the animals keeping the forest back and trimming the grass in just the right way so the grass even flourishes more, and the grass and the animals co-evolving, and it's a miracle. But the bottom line, the main constant is change. The main constant is beings, plant, animal, insect, human, all beings being given the task of surviving and thriving, even though conditions change. Conditions change. So the idea behind the kind of farming that I want to do is farming that is drought resistant, farming that is flood resistant, farming that is disease resistant, farming that literally restores the natural balances of things and requires fewer and fewer inputs to thrive. And it's essentially perennial ecosystems that we are stewarding, right? So to be in a place where the people get that and where I'm given a chance, I think God gives us all a chance to find our way, to overcome challenges, to surmount obstacles, to make connections, to build communities of supportive people who are willing to work on our stuff. We are human. We have failings. We have ego. We have self-talk. We have stories that we tell ourselves that sabotage our everything. And we're given the opportunity to overcome that. We're given the opportunity every day to find a way to do it a little bit better, a little bit more gracefully, a little bit more spiritually, a little bit more awakenedly, right? This is not about wokeism. This is about awakening to who you really are. Like, who did you come here to be? Who did you come here to be? What did you come here to do? And ever since I was a little kid, I have been thirsting for understanding about what is God, why are we here? And I've also been on a mission to somehow make a positive difference in the world, to somehow preserve land, to keep it from being turned into shopping malls and, McMansions. I have been on a quest to process the world as I experience it through this musical gift that I have and the ability to turn words into pictures in people's minds. That's what I'm doing. Farming, music, church. But it's not the kind of church that maybe you grew up with. It's the kind of church that you and I create together because we are thirsty for the sky, because we are thirsty for spirit, because we are thirsty for understanding and joy and peace and the kind of prosperity that is a win-win-win-win-win-win, that every part of the circle, of the cycle of life is benefiting from our presence here rather than being destroyed by us. So I guess that's the Sunday message. Change. It's going to happen, people. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to interpret it? What are you going to tell yourself? The pigs are like, why is he talking so loud? Who are you going to be when you grow up, right? Start being that person now. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to get it right the first time or 2 or 10 or 20. I have been attempting to get my music out since 1976 into the world. People who actually listen to my music usually go, oh my God, that's really good. Like, why haven't I heard of your music? Why haven't I heard you on the radio? Why don't I know of your music? Because of my personality, essentially. The idea of traveling constantly to perform, suddenly it's not fun. Like, not that everything has to be fun, but I need a certain structure in my life in order to actually write the songs. So that's all I got at the moment. Maybe I'll do something better later in the afternoon, but I'm running out of time. So at this moment, change is going to happen no matter what. To be flexible, to be more like the grass, bending in front of the wind rather than perhaps an oak tree that breaks. To be flexible, to be able to bend, to be able to take anything that looks like a setback and turn it into an advance, turn it into an opportunity. That's the kind of spirituality that I think we're being called for, called to, called from, to, for. I don't know. We're being called to somehow make a difference with our lives. And maybe it's a small difference. Maybe it's just a small thing. And that's okay too. We all don't have to be big, right? Let's make small changes, a little here, a little there, but let's do it together. And let's connect with the idea that we are spirits in these bodies and that we all need to work on this stuff. We all need to be able to talk about it without feeling like we have to join some stupid cult or we have to do some ritual or believe some stuff that we really don't believe just because we want to be a part of a good community. We can create a good community with a spiritual grounding and move forward from there. So that's the thought. We'll see if it sticks. In the meantime, sending out prayers of gratitude, sending out prayers of healing, sending out prayers of love, compassion, acceptance, sending out prayers to the people in your life who really could use them, and perhaps the ones who can use the prayers the most are the most difficult to pray for. Sometimes we need prayers for ourselves. Sometimes we need to learn how to receive the blessings that the world bestows upon every creation, and to let go of attachment to old ideas, let go of attachment to things, to places, let go of attachment to ideas that we've been clenching in our fists, to let go and allow something even better to flow in to our being. That's where I am today. Very grateful for the intense last 7 days. Very, very grateful for the members down in the Albany area who buy this meat as a donation to support this work and who encourage me. And just deeply grateful for those of you who leave comments and for those of you who watch these videos all the way to the end. Thank you. And so this week, I actually grabbed some time yesterday morning for a song that's been running in my head. And the refrain there have been two refrains. One is somewhat negative. It's kind of where we start. And the other is kind of flipping that idea for the last verse. So the first verse is, I live where the farming is religion and the weather is always bad. It's always too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, and everything's gonna die. And then at the end, I had the idea of like, okay, I live where the farming is religion and the weather is always fine. It's never too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, and everything's gonna thrive. So the idea being that we can farm the old-fashioned way, where we're kind of against nature, or we can farm in a new way, which is actually even older, which is let's work with nature and let's farm in a way so that no matter what happens, and not just farm, but live our lives in a way so that no matter what happens, we take it in stride and take everything as a blessing, everything as a gift, everything as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to challenge ourselves, to become more than we have been in the past, and to let go of the things that have been holding us down, holding us back, keeping us small, and not allowing us to be the beings of freedom and love and light that we, I believe, are born to be. So check out the song. I think it's done. It might not be done, and it's just the rough thing. It's not a final mix, but it's a work in progress, as I am, as hopefully you are. We're all works in progress. This farm is a work in progress, and we're just at the beginning. And I think hopefully we're going to go someplace with it that is sustainable, regenerative, hopeful, and healing. All right, so here's the song. I'll talk to you on the other side. I live where the farming is religion, and the weather is always bad. It's always too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, and everything is gonna die. Take your hand off the plow for a moment. Lift your face to the sheltering sky. Take your mind off the law of gravity and teach your heart how to fly. 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 Refuse to just get by. When the hours get long and tedious, and the honeybees abandon their hive, remember that you are one of the few who keep the rest of us alive. Teach your heart how to fly. Teach your heart how to fly. Teach your heart how to fly. Refuse to just get by. Keep your focus on the possibilities and remember why you are here. Nature is your ally, not your enemy. The ultimate enemy is fear. So teach your heart how to fly. Teach your heart how to fly. Teach your heart how to fly. Refuse to just get by. I live where the farming is religion, and the weather is always fine. It's never too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, and everything is gonna thrive. Everything is gonna thrive. Everything is gonna thrive. Teach your heart how to fly. Teach your heart how to fly. Teach your heart how to fly. Refuse to just get by. Refuse to just get by. Refuse to just get by. Teach your heart how to fly. All right, so hope you enjoyed the song, and that's it. That's it for this week. I don't think I'm going to even have time to put titles and stuff up. So for me, my commitment is to do this every week. If you enjoy this, if you could, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, share this with somebody who you think might be interested in it. I am starting a farm from scratch, but it's not just a farm, it's a church. And it's not just a church, it's a spiritual, but not necessarily religious community of people who probably wouldn't be caught dead in a church or a synagogue or a mosque or a temple, but who look up at the sky at night and go, okay, there's got to be more than this. There's got to be more to this. This can't just be a massive accident, right? And maybe it is, but what a beautiful accident. A beautiful accident that enables us to talk to each other, to connect outside of these meat suits that we wear. For we are spirits in bodies. We are waves upon the sea of awareness. That's the way I look at it. And so I'll leave you with some cute animals and maybe some shots of the new farm. And yeah, I got to get back to work. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, all the encouragement you guys sent me last week. It was quite a week. But again, why does it work out better than we can possibly imagine if we allow ourselves to let go of our immediate knee-jerk reactions to things? And it's just part of what we're here to learn. All right. Peace, love, grooviness. Over and out. Amen. There's our boy right there. Right there. This is good.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So it's been a full week now. It's Thursday. I got these girls here on Thursday. I didn't lock them into this particular area until I think Monday. So it's Thursday. And here's Friendly Freckles. Hey, baby. Hey. That's my girl. I got an armful of stepping posts and she wants her head rubbed. This is a good girl. This is a good girl. I really like sheep. Look at the face. Look at her face. Yes, girl. Good girl. Friendly Freckles followed me. The rest of the sheep are way down there. She followed me right up here. Hey, baby. And this is, again, I've said this before, but normally Spike would just be dominating the rubbing. Yeah. Yeah. My good Friendly Freckles, huh? That's my good Friendly Freckles. Oh, you gonna pee for me? Sometimes they do that. That's a good girl. Don't stop eating though. Oh wow, look at that barn. That's a scene. Wow. See? Why does it work out better than we could possibly imagine? Look at that. It's beautiful, and there's a deer fly in my hand. Hi. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So this week, your assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to take whatever happens this week and interpret it in the best possible way as the greatest gift that you could possibly receive, and just see where it takes you. I mean, it doesn't work maybe for everything. Sometimes things happen that are so intense that everything has to stop. But this is great. And all because the dogs were a problem to somebody and we found some solutions. And it kind of feels like this could be the place for me for a while. So maybe for the rest of my farming career, we don't know, we'll see. But oh yeah, eat that stuff. Eat that stuff. Those little flowery things, you're eating that. That's great. Hey, baby. Mocha's like, oh, don't touch me. I'll come near you, but don't touch me. All right, what is she eating? What are you eating, Mocha? Pretty much grass. I think she's getting some mouthfuls of that other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, she's getting some mouthfuls of that frilly stuff. Yes, that's what we want. Eat everything. Lots of variety. A salad bar. And the little ones are doing doing it as well. Great. All right, well, now I gotta go check on the dogs and the rams. I already checked on the pigs, and I just have to feed the boy pigs for the night. And I gotta set it up so they have a big enough eating situation so Corey can just check on them once a day. All right, here I go. Another beautiful evening. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, pet me. No, pet me. No, pet me. No, pet me. Easy with those feet, big boy. Those big paws of yours. You can smell the sheep on me? Oh, you're gonna play? She's ready to play rough. She's ready to play rough. What happened to your nose? That's not from the porcupine, is it? All right, here they go. She's gonna pick a play fight. Here they go. All right. They have obviously been rolling in the dirt. Have fun, kids. And it's time for the evening meal. Somehow I gotta leave enough food for them for 3 days. What? So, he's over here with the watermelon. What? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. You have beautiful eyelashes, though. These are handsome pigs. You guys are really handsome. You're very handsome. Yes, you are. Zoom in on your cute little face here. Look at your eyelashes. You have such pretty blonde eyelashes. Yeah. That right there. That is what's keeping us alive. That flaming ball that we orbit. And here it is seen through the filter of wildfire smoke from Canada again. And another week. Peace, love, and groovyness.